Hey guys, Budcat7 here. Okay, it is Wednesday, September 26, 2018. I want to thank you for visiting the Stonewall Research channel here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys' interest in this subject matter, and thank you very much again. Okay, well, I just am coming back from the library now, heading home, and I just finished uploading the video about Jefferson and the mounds, so please check that out. But as I was reading this great book, The First American by C.W. Ceram, which is just a fantastic book, I'm really loving it, because it has all kinds of juicy little tidbits in there that you're not going to hear, even if you took a course on archaeology in college level course on anthropology or archaeology. You're not going to hear anything like this, because Ceram is only interested in these stories and books and stuff that mainstream academia doesn't seem to want to recognize or count as anything important or whatever. So well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you some poetry again. I think that my subscribers are sort of genteel, refined, intelligent people, unlike the so-called experts and academics who want to bludgeon us over the head with a stone axe with their version of the truth, with their version of history. And, we're unlike them, right? So we're interested in poetry. I love poetry, so I want to read to you a little poetry. I would have read it in the last one, but this came later in the book, and it just goes to show that Ceram is somebody who's a very refined and genteel man and interested in a lot of stuff. Let me read this to you. It's Philip Freneau, 1752 to 1832, American poet, newspaper editor, and ship's captain. Freneau was for a time a political supporter and associate of Jefferson, and must have been aware of Jefferson's archaeological excavation. The entire poem runs to 10 stanzas, and the poem is called The Indian Burial Ground. Okay, here it goes, guys. In spite of all the learned have said, I shall my old opinion keep. The posture that we give the dead points out the soul's eternal sleep. Not so the ancients of these lands. The Indian, when from life released, again is seated with his friends and shares again the joyous feast. His imagined birds and painted bowl and venison for a journey dressed bespeak the nature of the soul, activity that knows no rest. His bow for action ready bent and arrows with a head of stone can only mean that life is spent and now the old idea's gone. Okay, well, the poem is 10 stanzas. That's only a little snippet of it that C.W. Ceram took out of it. I thought it was great. I like poetry again. I just think it's wonderful that, somebody like this would put it in his book, unlike our friends, the staunch academics. So, in any case, too, I want to also read to you a little juicy nugget that I found in there. Again, having to pertain to, what we are interested in, the giants, etc., etc. It's my theory, it's my hypothesis that the Native American Indians are really hybrids of some sort of Asian people or whatever, and these unknown people, these giant-sized people or extremely large people, I think they're hybrids. And I think that's something that, they're keeping from us. They don't want to acknowledge it, or I don't know what their deal is, but I think that's the reason why so many of these supposed Native American tribes were so tall and everything, is because they're hybrids. They mated with these people, as as the Bible tells, and the Sumerians tell, and other cultures around the world of these fallen angels supposedly or whatever. I'm going to get into my hypothesis about what happened here in the Northeast in another video. You're going to be very, very interested in that one. So anyway, let me read a little snippet here from the book. This is the 5th chapter called Mummies, Mummies. And they're talking about some mummies and a mummy that they found, a carefully interred body of an adult male that they found under the floor of a room in one of the digs that they were doing, or one of these excavations that they were doing. It's called they called it the warrior's grave. The body was wrapped in feather cloth and then in rush matting. Along with numerous minor grave goods lay something quite extraordinary, a shield 36 inches long and 31 inches wide, unusually rich in ornamentation, covering the greater part of the body. The shield was tightly woven, the outer rim coated with pitch and sprinkled with tiny selenite splinters, dark red towards the center with a greenish-blue border, a superb piece of work. Beside it lay axes, undoubtedly weapons rather than tools, one of which was marvelously shaped out of hematite. Get this now. There was also a long knife of red quartzite. The man had been unusually tall and strong of frame, and his expensive burial showed that he must have enjoyed great prestige. All right, guys, here we go. Another account by these people. Actually, this is the wife of an archaeologist who wrote a book about spending time with her husband, who was an archaeologist on these digs. And Ceram puts this in his book because archaeologists, mainstream academics, they don't care about her book. It's like nowhere to be found and nobody cares about it. So again, unusually tall and strong of frame. All right, so again, guys, don't fall for the academic version of history because they're just bullshitting us. That's all there is to it. They don't want, and it's funny, the other night on Coast to Coast, Dr. Kenneth Fader there, he was, he kept on going on with the giants. He kept on going on about, how religious people and the Bible and the blah, 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 so I guess, the guy is, making that seem like, you're a nut job because you believe in the Bible, or, you read the Bible, or you understand the Bible, whatever it is, and they say there are giants in there, and it's, ha, 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 we're not going to count that because, the Bible is nonsense and whatnot. And look, whether you believe in God or not or whatever, I'm not saying anything about it myself. That's my own personal thing or whatever. But it doesn't matter whether you believe in God or not. These accounts are accounts, I mean, it has nothing to do with whether you believe in the Bible or not or whatever. Like I said, I'm not religious or anything, but I read the Bible, I appreciate it, I understand about it. There was a book of the giants included with the Bible, and, look, there might be something to that. I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys, anyway, I just wanted to, do this little video here. I see my camera doesn't want to focus for whatever reasons. I don't know, maybe because it's dark. But in any case, guys, I wanted to read you that little piece of poetry and tell you about that little juicy nugget I found in there about the extremely tall Native American that they found there. All right, guys? All right. Bugcat signing out. And until the next video, bye now.